It's an ice cream shop, a frozen custard stand that has a sign that says English only. Otherwise, you're not getting served. And on the line right now is Loretta Powers, Fox News legal analyst. Loretta, what do you think here?
Well, a work policy that requires employees to speak only English can violate the law, but only if it is used for discrimination or is not necessary for conducting business.
Okay, so let me so I maybe misunderstood this story. It is not the customers; it is the employees. Okay,
the employees to speak English.
So the employees must speak English. Is that what the requirement is?
Yes,
okay.
And usually these are legal, but for example, an employer can adopt an English-only rule as a pretext for getting rid of Latino workers. I mean, that's just wrong.
Yeah.
So you also need to justify your policy as a business necessity. And here, the custard shop is located in an area that is 89% Hispanic, and the shop owner is having a difficult time articulating reasons why he needs an English-only policy.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, he needs this policy like Tom Brady needs deflated footballs. It's just ridiculous.
That's a great line.
So listen, though, hang on. So won't this particular case work itself out if 89% of his community where he's got his shop is Latino and he says English only, won't the Latinos go, I'm not coming to your shop anymore? You're only going to you have 10% of the people in this community, and we'll open up our own custard shop.
Right, and the person's complaining about the policy. They're saying, look, we are your customer base. You should be catering to us, and this policy is unsettling. And as long as the government protects private property rights, capitalism will always be king.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when everything is all said and done, people want frozen custard. And they're willing to pay for it, regardless of a conflict of ideals. And just because I wouldn't run my business Leon's way, I mean, I think that having bilingual employees is an asset in this case.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that he shouldn't be able to run his business his way.
I misunderstood. I thought the story was that he would only serve ice cream to English-speaking customers, and that's not cool.
Right. That is blatant discrimination.
But he
just wanted his employees to speak English around him because he couldn't speak Spanish.
Well, and if I'm all for if you're in an English-speaking area, and it's going to hurt your business if the person can't communicate with 99.999% of your customers, then I would say that probably is an issue, and I think that they should have the right to be able to say, listen, I'm sorry, you have to be able to speak English in order to take this job. I think an employer should have the right to do that. However, it's crazy if he's doing it in an area where 90% of the people are Hispanic. That's just nuts.
Right. At the end of the day, this was a bad business decision.
Yeah.
But I never want someone to feel like they have to run their business in a way that they don't want to run it.
So what's the end of the story? Is the government coming in and telling them he can't do that?
Well, the EEOC is investigating it, and LULAC is getting involved. And with LULAC, it's a very well-intentioned organization, but it has the tendency of getting involved in things in order to justify its own existence. And that's just taking it too far, because we need to balance the right of business owners and the rights of human beings, and there's a way to do that. And it's not by boycotting or investigating this custard shop. There are real issues out there.
Yeah.
Because if a hotel would only rent to white people, that would be a problem.
Sure.
And we would all be upset about that. Well, and that's what our laws are aimed to protect, but that deliberate discrimination.
My feeling on this is you just let the commerce do its thing. And, obviously, if 90% of the people that live in that community are Hispanic, then boycott. I'm all for boycott. That's the American way. So they all get together and say, we're never going to this store because of your actions. And the store will ultimately go out of business.
But interestingly enough, Friday night, when the protest took place, for every one protester, there were like 3 customers. And that's because we live in a celebrity gawker society.
Yeah.
The custard shop is now infamous. So I guess that rule, no publicity is bad publicity, rings through.
Well, listen, the sheet store across the street is selling a ton of white sheets, too. It's incredible.
No.
Because there's a certain demographic that really would love that. Anyway, listen, let the market decide. They go out of business, they go out of business. If they don't, they don't. They were able to survive with what one might see as a bad business policy. So, interesting. All right, well, listen, we appreciate it, Loretta. Thanks for your time.
No problem. Thank you so much.
All right.